Today, you guys will be comparing and contrasting my two 12-inch silicone full body baby dolls. If you guys remember, I got Teague, this one here, who's anatomically a little boy, and we have him dressed like a boy today. I got him from Mercari a couple years ago. He's a wet and drink. This is what he looks like. He's pretty heavy, you guys. But I'm just undressing him so you see his bald little head. I'm going to put him right here. If you guys just remember from the other week, I'll link it in the description, my unboxing of this wonderful Babeside baby. She's full body silicone. Remember, she's super buttery smooth. I'll take her hat off. So she's got hair, which right off makes her look extra real compared to Teague. Here's up close. His head is a lot bigger, as you see. She's a much tinier, daintier, more feminine mold. And I'm glad she has hair because remember, they have the mold mark on top of their head when they don't have hair. And obviously, they're very different because she's snoozing. And she's got little hand-rooted eyelashes. Their mouths are kind of similar. Teague's does open wider. This one's is pretty small and does not go as deep because she's not a wet and drink, but she can take modified or really small pacifiers. Next, I want to compare their hands. Look at these teeny tiny little fists on this baby. Joza or Yoza is her name, at least on the Babeside website. What would you name her if you had her? So see her little fists, they're real tiny, but I think they look like a really good size with her body, whereas Teague has one fist, and it looks, I think, kind of big, as I've stated before, and then this hand looks extra monstrous and huge because it just looks really long, you know what I mean? So I'll compare them a little closer so you can see their hands. Look how much smaller her little hands are. Let's take her little pink bib off. That's a little big on her anyways. She didn't come with that. So look how tiny and petite this doll is. They have pretty much the same belly button. They both have mottling. She doesn't really have veining per se, but she does have like splotchy red marks, how she's supposed to. They both have like that wrinkle below their neck. She's got more wrinkles on her arms. So she's a lot lighter weight. Let's compare the two side by side so you can really understand just how tiny the Babeside silicone is. These are both marketed as like 11 or 12 inch, but you see that she's just a lot skinnier, and he's not chunky by any means, but he's just heftier than her. You know what I'm saying? And his hands are not perfect. I think her hands are adorable like this, but some would maybe say her hands are too small to be realistic, but I think that's better than being too large, if you ask me. And because he's a wider doll and has more girth, his stomach just looks chubbier, like from the side. I won't take off their diapers, of course, because they're both anatomically correct. She's anatomically a female. Her feet are really small. They're very pink on the bottoms. And Teague's feet are quite a bit larger. And his are more purpley on the bottom. So maybe his feet are more realistic. I like the purpley red that's painted on him. However, her knees are just the cutest thing ever. The way they're dented and marked really look like kneecaps to me, and his are just not as detailed. Also, his silicone feels different. His silicone must be maybe the EcoFlex type of silicone, and hers says it's platinum on the Babeside website. Her skin is like silky smooth and not shiny at all. Even though I've dressed her and played with her several times since I've bought her, at this point, she still doesn't have as much stuff stuck to her. So I thought that was interesting, but we'll see if in a couple months of wear and stuff, if she gets real sticky. I mean, things stick to her, just not as bad as Teague. And of course, she doesn't have any dents or marks yet. Even when I got Teague brand new, he was brand new, but he was on Mercari. He still had some marks. And I think this mark on his head has always been there, right here in the front. But he's cute nonetheless. You know, they get their dents on them. That's fine. The thing with her hair, to make it look more realistic, you kind of have to fluff it or tease it. I love to tease my own hair, so I know all about that. You just take a comb and drag it backwards. I can do that in a video sometime to show you what I'm talking about. So these little preemie diapers look really good on Teague, in my opinion. They're just a tad large, but they're really cute. But on this little doll, I don't think the diaper would look as good because she's just so skinny. They both have nice ears. I just think something about her ear looks really realistic. Anyway, the more you fluff out her hair, the more real she will look. And I will cover that in another video. He doesn't have wrinkles behind his knees really, and she does. And she also has multiple wrinkles along her arms, which make her look more realistic. That's so cute. Which one is your favorite? I would love to know. Comment below. So overall, this mini baby from Babeside is more realistic. Teague is realistic in a couple different ways, like on the bottom of his feet and the veining. And he's got more weight and is a sturdier, maybe more durable, whereas she's very smooth and soft and feels like she would probably tear up easier. This bottle that came with Teague looks better with her, like more to scale. And then this bottle that came with Teague that's open on the end is just like the bottle that she came with that's clear and is open on the end. So some of their accessories are very similar. And then the pacifiers, remember I said that these don't quite look very to scale with Teague. They look a little too small. Well, I think they look a little bit better with this little baby. But overall, I think these pacifiers would look good on a 6-inch doll instead of the 10 to 12-inch. 96% of the people watching are not subscribed.
What are you doing?
Please hit subscribe. It's free to do so, and I make weekly videos. And leave this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.